Good day everyone. We are here to present Lesson 3, Chapter 5, Server Maintenance, Configuring Windows Server 2019. I'm Arvin Garillo.
I'm CJ Magno.
I'm Camille C. Sarmiento. I'm Princess Faithy Valesa. So let's proceed into the key topics will be covered in this chapter. Understand number one, understanding restored technologies, understanding RAID, and understanding the disk type. The technical requirements are the following. Number one, a PC should be a Windows 10 Pro or at least 16 GB of RAM, 1 TB of HDD, and access to the internet. And the second one is a virtual machine with Windows Server 2019 standards, at least 4 GB of RAM and 100 GB of HDD, and access the internet. 3.1 Understanding Storage Technologies. This section is to show you how important storage technologies are to computers and that they come in a variety of types, shapes, and sizes and different purposes. In the fact that the storage technologies are an objective of the certification exams and their importance is absolute in the world of information and communication technology or ICT. Besides high processing power, a sufficient amount of RAM memory, and several network connections are severe will likely require a large amount of storage this space too. Whether it is a single server or a cluster of servers, technologies such as IDE, SAS, SCSI, DAS, NSS, and etc. represent a wide range of storage technology options at your disposal. 3.2 Different storages types. Number 1 Optical disk. They offer large capacities and read and write accepted speeds. However, they continue to play the role backup media for data. HDDs. They offer large capacity and high read and write speed. They continue to maintain the number one spot in the secondary storage category. SSDs. With their growing capacity and extraordinary read and write speed, they they are becoming a popular storage technology. Only time will tell if they can take the 3.2 different storage types. Number 1 is optical disk. They offer large capacities and read and write accepted speed. However, they continue to play the role backup media for data. Second one is HDD. They offer large capacities and high read and write speed. They continue to maintain the number of spots in the secondary storage category. The third one is SSD. With their growing capacity, the extraordinary read and write speed, they are becoming the popular technology. Only only time if only will only time will tell if they can take the top spot from HDD. But the two most popular types of ATA interface area are the following. Number one is PATA. Use a 40-pin connector and cable for data transfer in order to connect the storage device to the computer's motherboard and uses Molex as a power connector to connect the storage devices to the computer power supply. The disk controller inside itself. The second one is SATA represents a replacement for PAT interface and is widely used in personal computers. It uses a 7 cable for data transfer to connect the storage devices to the computer motherboard, and a 15-pin power supply connector to connect the storage devices to the computer's power supply. Likely, PATA in SATA, the disk controller is located on the drive as well. SCI SCSI, pronounced SCSI, is another interface that connects the storage devices and peripheral excuse me, and peripherally device to the computers. The two most popular types of SCSI are SPI and SAS. So SPI is clear is the early version of SCSI, whereas SAS is the modern version of SCSI that provides high data transfer rates and widely used in the server. So you can see the two cables here, whereas the pink one is the SATA and the blue one is PATA. So you can see that PATA is more wide wire, it's large than SATA. 3.3 PCI and PCIe. In the mid 90s, PCI replaced IBM Industry Standard Architecture or ISA in a 16-bit built-in expansion slot on the motherboard. Unlike the ISA, Intel's PCI has a 32-bit and 64-bit built-in slot on the motherboard that enable the expansion of computer capabilities. PCIe is a serial expansion bus standard that comes with the four connections. The number one is PCIe X1, X4, X8, and X16. It transmits data in full duplex mode, where sending and receiving at the same time over the wire known as lanes. So let's proceed to the 3.4, understanding the local storage. Local storage refers to the hard drive or SSD that's directly attached to the server. It also refers to a disk that are locally mounted on the target server or workstation. 3.5, direct attached storage or DAS. So DAS is a group of disks that are directly connected to the computers or servers. You won't be wrong if the you won't be wrong if you think of your computer's HDD as a DAS. However, in addition, to internal storage devices, even external storage devices that are not connected to the computers or servers. With any of the four-mentioned interface are considered as DSAs as the shown in the figure. Understanding network storage. It refers to the storage device that is connected to a computer network in order to provide a data access to the user. Say for instance, the include storage device such as disk, arrays, CD, or DVD drives, embedded system software that provides cross-platform file sharing capabilities. Network Attached Storage or NAS is a network appliance that connects two computer and servers through a switch and acts as dedicated storage in an organization network. You can see at the figure show that the network attached storage, there are manufacturers that build NAS as a file server. It brings flexibility so that organization can rely completely on NAS or network attached storage file sharing services without the need to use the servers. Storage Area Network or SAN. Therefore, the SAN, DAS or the Direct Attached Storage and NAS or the Network Attached Storage is all the same storage technology too. SAN or the Storage Area Network is a standalone infrastructure. If we refer to the designation, then SAN is almost identical to Local Area Network or LAN, while the LAN connects computer on a local computer network. Storage Area Network connects storage device in the area network. As such, as SAN cannot be accessed by other LAN devices just because of that proprietary protocols or simple network management protocols or SNPS provide management for storage area network. Ethernet or FC is used to connect SAN to server. Differentiating between block level storage, file level storage. The comparison between the file level storage and block level storage is shown in the following table. You can see at the file level storage, the data is stored in the access in the form of files and folder, while the block level storage, data is stored in block that represent volumes which are then managed by the OS or the operating system, and also the file level storage used by NAS or the network attached storage, while the block level storage used by SAN or storage or network. Understanding adapter and controller types. The disk controller is an electronic circuit that resides on a hard disk as shown in this figure. It performs operations such as spinning disk, moving heads for reading and writing, and transferring data to and from RAM. Unlike the disk controller, the host bus adapter or HBA controller is an electronic board that is integrated with or attached to the motherboard of the server so that it can connect to the storage system to the server.
Understanding serial bus technology. For data transmission, parallel and series transmission are used in parallel transmissions. A string of 8 bytes is usually transmitted at a time which is equal to 1 byte. Once subtract in serial transmission, only 1 bit is usually transmitted at a given time. even though more bits are transmitted through parallel transmission. Serial transmission is the most widely used in technology and storage technologies. This is because this controller tend to handle only one bit on a given time, meaning that the disk read and write head reads and write one bit within the given time. Thus, the serial method of transmissions has proved to be more pragmatic by eliminating overhead processing, signal scrolling, and crosstalk. This being said, today most use the serial interface in storage technologies such as SATA, SSA, FC, and USB utilize serial buses. Understanding storage protocol. SCIS is the storage protocol that uses the heavily and block level storage system. The server operating system uses the SCSI protocol to read and write data on SCSI controller that manage storage device. ISCSI pays the standard SCSI protocol is an IP packet, thus extending its functionalities throughout the organization network. Etsy is another way of extending the functionalities of the standard SCSI protocol, enabling storage, consolidation, and longer distance. FCOE does the same of the FC protocol as ISCSI does for the SCSI protocol. That being said, FCOE extends the functionalities of FC protocol across Internet network. Understanding file sharing protocols. File sharing protocols enable data sharing over LAN, WANs, and Internet. The most used file sharing protocols as the follows. Server manage a message block, SMB, also known as the Common Internet File System. CIFC is a file sharing protocol mostly by Windows OS. Network File System, or NFS, is a file sharing protocol used mostly by Unix and Linux. File Transfer Protocol, or FTP, enable file sharing by transferring file from site to site. Hypertext Transfer Protocol, or HTTP, enable file sharing over the World Wide Web. WW Service Secure Shell, or SSH, enable remote file sharing over the secure connection. Understanding FC-HPB and FC switch. The HBA, or Host Bus Adapter, is an interface standard within the PC or fiber controller, which is the network switch. Both components are compatible with PC and high-speed network technology that use to connect to the two, or thus creating the FC fabric. FC fabric contains one of the more FC fabric in which each as compatible and SAN topology. And now let's learn about the ISCS hardware. It's now technologies for connecting storage technology. What is ISCSI hardware? ISCSI is a block level storage used an IP to send the ISCSI commands over TCP IP network. ICSI works such a way that the client knows as the initiator use the IP controller to send SCIS commands called commands. Description loop blocks CBBS to storage device known as the target. Instance, the logical units number, or LUN, represent a logical disk in ISCSI TCP ports. 860 is reversed to the ISCSI system port, where TCP ports 3260 representing ISCIS default port.
What is S2D? S2D, which was introduced in Windows Server 2016, is a feature that is supported in Windows Server 2019. It enables the grouping of disks into storage pool, thus creating software-defined storage called storage space. What is DDoP? DDoP is a technique that removes duplicate data from a dataset, thus storing a single copy of identical data of a disk. First, it analyzes the data to identify duplicate data in the dataset, and then the original file is stored in storage media while the duplicate files are replaced with a reference that points to the original file. What is storage steering? Storage steering, which enables the automatic transfer of the most frequently accessed files to the faster storage. In simpler terms, this means it lets you combine high performance storage with low performance storage. For example, the HDD and the SSD. To reduce storage cost, those the storage steering agents will place the most accessed files on the faster storage, while rarely accessed files are placed in the slower storage. Managing with Server Manager and Window PowerShell. So managing storage with Server Manager exe ensure that the file and storage services rule is added to the server. As you can see, the figure shows Storage Manager using Server Manager on the local server. Other than the Server Manager, you can manage storage with Window PowerShell too. This feature shows Window PowerShell in action PowerShell exe. Understanding RAID. Regardless of whether you have come across the term redundant array of independent disk or redundant array of expensive disk, you should know that you are dealing with the concept of fault tolerance. RAID is a technology that combines a considerable number of physical disks into a single logical unit so that it can protect data in the case of disk failure. At the same time, a note that RAID is not a backup solution and should never be considered as such.
That's all our presentation for Lesson 3, Chapter 3. Thank you.